I didn't see him sitting there, I wouldn't have said that.
It's environment.
Must be long-winded, huh?
Oh, they are.
Big for that job.
Yeah.
You think we blow the fire out so the water on it?
Who needs water, right?
I'm doing that, but you?
I used to be a fireman, remember? Yeah.
It's only to beat up on you guys.
You done yet?
Wait a minute, come on, 30. Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome everybody. Start with the minutes from, let's see, I think we have a couple of them. Do we not?
March 14th.
Let's see here, we had a special meeting somewhere.
And the 19th, right there.
Yes. So let's start off with the regular meeting. You guys have a chance to look at the minutes from,
Yep, I looked them over yesterday.
Yes.
I see no additions or corrections, so I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes.
I'll second that.
and yes. And let's go from the March,
She got
Oh.
a call roll.
oh yeah, yeah, roll call.
Tiffany,
Yes.
Yes,
Ed, and Mark.
Yes. We got 3 of them actually.
yep.
Let's go, that was, figure out which ones are which.
March 19th.
That was the 19th. Let's go to the
That was the 14th.
14th. Let's go to the 19th then.
Same thing, I looked those over.
Yep.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes from the special meeting from March 19th.
I'll second.
Yes.
Roll call vote. Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed.
Yes.
Mark.
Yes. And last but not least, the appropriations special meeting on March 30th.
That is a permanent appropriations budget. I did look that over, and I will make a motion that we accept that also.
I think I signed it already.
I'll
You-
second to accept that.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Roll call vote. Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
and Mark.
Yes. And let's go to communications. Nancy.
Workers' comp. Oh, we need to pass a resolution to pay the group rating plan for workers' comp for the 2022. From 2023. Last year we did 2022.
So this is the upcoming 23.
Yeah. And it is $945, and it always saves us money.
I'll make the motion, we do that then.
I'll second.
And I will vote yes.
Roll call vote. Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
and Mark.
Yes.
Board of Elections sent a letter. We're having a primary election here on May 3rd.
You're gonna open it up and unlock it, you're gonna work here, so you'll unlock it and everything?
I'll be here.
Okay.
We already approved that with the
Board of Elections.
Board of Elections already, right?
Last meeting.
Yes. Oh, okay, you already did that.
Well, we
Yes.
did, we have, yeah, but we didn't decide who was open and closed.
Oh,
But we did approve them using it for the May 3rd primary election.
okay. I wonder why that's still in there. Otarma grant applications. They sent a reminder that they have grants. The Moore grant.
Okay? what we have to decide what we're spending that on,
Yeah,
okay?
it's $500,
Okay,
When do we have to do that by?
by the end of the year.
December 31st. And, oh, the last thing I have is on road, and then I got on fire. This is the ODOT salt contract for next year, and this is the life force.
So we wanna do that when we get into those, or you wanna do them now?
It's up to you.
She's got them, we can go ahead and do them.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, fire department, there is an account that they want to turn in for collections. There's no response from the patient. Vaughn has already looked at it, and he said he's okay with that.
They're not a resident or anything. Okay, I'll make a motion to return it under collection. They are not a resident. That's something we always do.
I'll second.
Yes. They've made plenty of attempts.
Who seconded that?
I did,
I think.
yeah.
Roll call vote. Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes,
and Mark.
Yes.
Okay, and the second thing I have is the road salt contract.
what is it gonna be a ton, what are they, or did they give us an amount yet? Sometimes they don't
No,
give us an amount
They
yet.
didn't give us an amount.
So they needed how many tons we want to order?
Well, I think it was 60 last year, was it not, or 80? I think last year was
I think it was
60.
60.
I think it was 60 ton, and we got a lot of free salt, but I don't know that we'll get the free salt this year.
We already got
I'm-
one, we already got one load.
A free already again, so.
Well, here's my thought on that, though, is I don't know if we're into that switch. We went through so many years with no snow. Now it seems like it might go back the other way, so I don't know.
This contract, we want a contract for 60 ton?
Then we were allowed how much percentage over top of that, 10%?
We were allowed 10%.
So then we're allowed
10%.
another truckload after that, so.
I mean, do we have plenty of space to store it?
Yeah, we don't have to take it at any certain time. We just have to let them know that we are going to get it off of them. And normally we get it one truckload at a time, and they just bring it in when we call
And what about overages? What happens to those? It's just something we lose.
them.
No, we get it, we store it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
But what
Mark,
happens
maybe
is if
not.
it's a really bad winter and we order 60, we're only allowed to order 10% more at that price, which would be an additional 6 ton, right?
Yeah, but they'd probably give us a whole truckload, but they have.
Right, that would be one truckload probably at that same price. But if we needed more, then we're gonna pay whatever that dollar amount is not in that grouping.
We can store extra if we have to, so,
Yeah.
and then we could order less next year.
I mean, you guys wanna go 60, 70, or 80? You wanna bank on getting the free
So
salt for more?
They bring about 23 ton at a time. Why don't we go 70 ton? That way it's three full.
I'm good with that, just so we don't get caught off guard.
Sound good, buddy?
I'll make a motion that we agree to purchase 70 ton of road salt.
I'll second.
And I will say yes.
Roll call. Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
and Mark.
Yes. Is that all you have then
That's
for
all.
communications? Tiffany, got any communications?
I do not.
Ed?
No.
Okay, I need to go back one iota because we have a financial this month, in the beginning of the month, so we need to approve the financial statement. So if you guys had a chance to take a peek at that,
I did, and I'll go ahead and vote to approve these as they are.
I'll second that.
yes.
Roll call vote. Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
and Mark.
Yes. Okay, and I had no other communications, so we will go to the fire department.
101 days into the year, we've run 146 calls. This past month, or since the last Township Trustee meeting, we've run 26 EMS calls, 3 motor vehicle accidents, 2 calls of service, and 1 odor investigation. As far as communications go, we're still waiting on our Marks radios. They have been ordered. We have not received them yet. Also, we had, I believe, ordered a battery backup for the cable and internet. Do we have a status on that yet?
No, I don't think she's ordered it yet,
Okay, so if we could maybe look at that.
unless she has ordered it and I don't know.
We did, we were having some base radio issues, and it turns out that we were cleaning up some of the clutter of multiple radios that we had in our watch office, and we kind of cleaned that clutter up. And it turns out that when we did that, we forgot to connect our backup for the radio backup, and the battery actually ran dead. So now we've fixed
There's only
it.
1,000 wires under that desk up there, going
There are
everywhere.
not.
So, but you forgot to plug, what's that, say that again?
So we had it still hooked to the battery, but we forgot to hook it to the battery. Anyways,
Okay.
apparatus. The road crew replaced the dead battery that was in the pickup truck. That battery died, it was needed replaced, so they replaced that. Cot repair, when we came to you last meeting, we estimated that the cot repair and track system, lift system cost around $8,000 to repair. They've been out 3 times, they fixed everything, it's working great, and the total cost was only $6,166.96. So we essentially saved $1,800 over what we thought it was going to be. So we need to get an approval.
I'll make a motion to pay that 6,000, whatever dollars it was for the cot repair.
$6,166.96.
I'll second that.
And there is a check in there.
And I will say yes.
So the cot's working good. We have some issues with 2 emergency lights on the front of the ambulance and the siren on the pickup truck. The estimate to fix both of those is going to be about $515 for a new siren and the grill lights that are on the ambulance that are no longer working.
Didn't we look at the lights on the, because you have to take the whole grill apart, the whole front of that vehicle. Didn't they look at that?
No, we just fixed the marker lights and stuff.
On the sides.
On the sides, that's what the,
Well, you gotta pull the whole grill assembly and everything off to get to those lights in the front, so I guess 500, that's for a new siren and everything on the,
New
26?
Control head on 26.
on 1426.
And strobe lights for the dashboard.
Right. You know, make a motion, we go ahead and let someone do that, who'd you have in mind.
I think that the chief was looking at Zach to do that because he has that.
Okay.
We're able to get that equipment
Okay.
at wholesale versus retail.
I'll second that.
And I'll vote yes.
Roll call vote. Tiffany,
Yes.
Ted,
Yes,
and Mark.
Yes.
Station maintenance, we installed a new rack shelving system in the back of the station. That's helped clean up a lot of our clutter. It's a very tall rack system. Assistant Chief Land had that rack system and sold it to us for the total of $200 for that whole rack system. I think you saw it for pancake breakfast.
I did. Yeah.
So if we could get that approved,
and Vaughn called me and asked me about that, I told him we would bring it up.
That's
the
under
next day,
$500,
so-
so we don't need to approve. I mean, it's under 500, so.
we already talked about cleaning up the watch office. The chief did want to know if we have moved forward with replacing the floor in the watch office. We were talking about looking at some new tile for the watch office.
Or laminate flooring.
Laminate flooring.
Some type of.
And
I haven't, that room is only what, 10 by 10? 8 by 10?
I think it's.
So that's something we can,
That's
that's something we can
in-house.
do about any time, and we can do that in-house.
It's right in-house, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Can we get estimates for that?
well, I think we just do it in-house. I mean,
It'll
we'll
be
just,
under the $500 too, so.
yeah, we'll just send Gary.
We'll get our guys to do it and everything. We'll just have to make arrangements, show the cow shop to come out.
Well, you think that the, just a regular gray floor laminate would be good, or even a vinyl?
Interlocking vinyl, something like that.
Something glued, so it doesn't have the ability to peel up like the current floor is doing.
Okay.
No, would you go vinyl or something that's not?
We'll look
that
at it
bad?
then, we'll do something good in there.
The back station, the gravel in the parking lot is actually higher than the concrete in the station in some areas, causing the gravel to come in the station. Just want to know if the road crew could maybe take the front end loader over there. And
Yeah, with the winter, in the summer, the ground goes up and down, yeah.
Yeah, we can backtrack it.
fill
It's
up
already
some-
been done.
Huh?
Did it today.
You did it today? There you go. How quick is that?
Thank you.
Not as quick as your speed.
Chief wanted to know if he could start getting estimates on the concrete pad for in front of the back station.
I mean, we can, but again, we gotta kind of watch. I do have, waiting for Portage Septic to get back with us. They met with the EPA and Portage County, Health Department on the septic system in the well. And I think Ed's getting some quotes on the actual building that would go back there, so we gotta kind of watch
Yeah.
our money.
I'd like to hold off on moving forward with the pad until we get the septic and stuff dollar amounts for it, so that we know.
By the law, I think we do have to have a concrete pad for handicap stop, though, so keep that in mind. And we would also like to get an estimated approximate budget for the expansion of the back station from you guys, so that we can actually see how much we could have available, what could possibly be available for us, so that we can actually make sure that we have what we need for future expansion.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, we kind of have a plan in our heads, and I think we've discussed that with you guys. So, right, so as long as we can get the numbers from, who was it, Herbert?
Herbert
And then who was the, that he subbed it to?
John Leesk.
John Leesk.
Leesk Construction.
So if we could get a budget from you guys, that would help us look at what we could do in the future. So
Okay.
As soon as we get our numbers in for, what we were thinking about doing, we can provide you guys with that too.
Yeah, because like I say, size-wise, I think I talked with Vaughn, and I think I had talked with you back there maybe one day. I know Vaughn for sure. So he's kind of on board with what the idea is, maybe not, we're talking about the size, maybe not how it's laid out inside, where the bathrooms go, the showers go, we know where the washer and dryers go, I mean, things of that nature, but once we get a square footage, and a cost on that, then yeah, we can move everything any way you guys want it.
Okay.
But
We
we'll-
still have a little bit of research to do about
Yeah,
that.
well, and
Yeah,
septic is
there's
of the utmost important. For
Yeah,
well
right.
and septic, they are utmost important.
We just want to make sure that we're set for success for the future and not putting ourselves in a situation where we can't expand in the next 10 years or 5 years. We're not just looking at what needs to be done right
The
now.
next step is definitely the well and septic to see where we can go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
has to be
unfortunately-
included in any financial plan, that's got to be included.
And then, my understanding is, since it is gonna be considered commercial, you just can't put a septic in and not have any place to tie it to. So, everything's got, the addition, the septic, and the well all have to go at once. Actually, the building's probably has to go first.
We're working on
We just want
numbers,
to part of it.
and we do that, okay, yeah. Once we get the numbers, we'll get with you guys and everything.
And Nick had something to add.
Yeah, just curious, you've contacted J. Herbert Construction already? Are you waiting for a price from him on a building?
No, originally, that's who did the front, the rear, the back building. So we were just throwing names out, well, let's get him, well then, he ultimately, subcontracted to lease, so maybe we're gonna jump over Herbert, go to lease directly, maybe we cut out the middleman, however, now we need Terry Honhorses, who did the architectural part of it, so I think we're still gonna need an architectural part.
Well, we agreed to hire
Yeah.
Frank Pavlica, because he initially came out and looked at it. to
Right,
fix the
that's
numbers
right.
together.
Yeah.
But then we backed off on that and didn't ask him to move forward, which we can ask him to move forward.
Now we
I think
can.
budgeted $2,500 for engines,
Engineering design.
yeah.
Is that the number you're waiting on? Or
Huh?
What numbers are you waiting on?
Well, is that?
I'm well and septic right now, yeah, Portage Septic, I'm waiting for Lou to get back to me. I did talk to her last week, she was still working on it because she has to, once she talks to the EPA and the county, then she's got to do the drawing, she's got to submit that for approval to see if what she's thinking we're gonna go. It definitely is gonna be an aeration system, and I think it's the smallest one that's available for commercial, and I think it's 500 gallons, somewhere in that vicinity per day. So, that's the smallest one, so, I mean, that would be more than enough. So once she gets that to the county and the EPA, and if they approve it, then she can send us a price.
That'll be the beginning of the budget. See what that's
See,
gonna
then we
cost
have
us
to
and
include a well.
What we have to do and what we don't have to do to get that done.
Yeah, so then we have to-
That's gonna be the first specific what we'll need.
Then we'll get the price on the well, which should be very simple. I mean, they're gonna come out, they're gonna show us, you know,
Look.
actually septic's gonna, Lou will tell us where they think we should put that well. And then I mean, that's an easy quote there.
Because they will dictate where the septic goes. We may or may not have any choice of where the septic goes. But
We can suggest, say,
Yeah.
hey, in the future, we want to build over here. So let's
Right,
put the
right.
septic right here.
Right.
Well, no, you can't. The septic, I'll tell you the reason why. Where that's at right now, you have to have flat, the slope has to be no slope.
And undisturbed soil.
And undisturbed soil. Right now, the drains that are in the parking lot on the west side of the building go right down to where that level spot is. And then we got the pipe going over, right? So it can't go there. That whole area is what we thought originally we could put it, but we can't. It looks like it's going to be to the left. And actually, I think she said that the EPA and the county will have a lot to say where that goes, but it looks like it's going to go just to the left of, I'm wanting to say where the main drain goes in. So it's gonna be up that way, to the east side, to southeast side. But again, so yes, they're gonna tell us where, we don't have much choice in that. There's not like a lot of spots we can go that's undisturbed, so.
That's going to be the bulk of the expense right there is that septic system.
Yeah, what they say, open your checkbook, write something for 60,000, just leave it open.
And leave the checkbook open.
As far as members go, we have applications for 2 new members. One is here this evening, Mr. Andrew Zirkle. He is a firefighter EMT. He lives on Oyster Road.
I talked to you the other day.
Thank you.
He's also on Atwater and Lexington Fire Departments, and he's available to work shifts for us here.
You will be available to work shifts?
Yeah.
That's my major concern, is we need people at the building.
I think I met you at the pancake breakfast, huh?
I met Mark. I'm not sure. I might have, maybe. I don't know. I
They have a
was.
face you can't forget.
I was there.
I'm not as loud as Mark.
I'll make a motion, we accept him as a member on probation. No, yeah, probationary member for, I don't know how long that is.
1 year probation.
1 year probation. Okay, I'll make that motion.
The next would be Bruce Witcher.
Well, I'll second that
I'm sorry.
motion.
Yes.
Okay, now you, oh, wait, roll call.
And he's already on the fire department, so we don't have to send him for a physical, correct? Okay.
What's his name?
Andrew
Andrew
Zirkle.
Zirkle.
You have me.
Yeah. What you guys did.
You need a roll call?
Yes. Tiffany?
Yes.
Well, I was gonna do, is there 2 of them?
So one first. You want to do both at the same time? Okay, let's go to the next gentleman.
Next one is Bruce Witcher. He recently was the fire chief of, I believe, Township right out of Salem. Let's see, Perry Township, thank you.
Down by Salem.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you're here,
He's
Becky.
been on the fire department down there, still part-time, but he gave up the chief's position because he actually moved up to Middletown Road right off of Johnson. He's a truck driver, he's also a firefighter EMT, and would do shifts, but he works a midnight to like 7 a.m. truck driving route, so his ability to do shifts during the week is kind of slim, but on the weekend is better. But volunteering during the day, he would be able to do that, which we also drastically moved those as well.
So he lives in Beloit, so he's not that far. But you think he's, again, I'm like with Ed, I'm thinking that when we bring new people on, we kind of want them to be able to work the station.
We also need
So,
volunteers as well
yes.
to cover the squad, and we send one person out.
Yeah.
And people that live close are capable of doing that, especially one with experience like he has.
I will make a motion, we accept them on the 1-year probationary period.
I'll second that.
Yes.
Okay, now let's do roll call vote for both. Tiffany?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
And Mark?
Yes.
I would also like to congratulate Tiffany Beeson. I think the last time I talked to you, she had just passed her EMR test. Now she has passed her EMT test, so she's been a pretty busy gal. So she's a firefighter EMT. She is working shifts at the station.
Well, since she's not here, if you tell her congratulations from all of us.
We'll do that. As far as finances go, our 2018 AFG grant that bought all the fire gear is complete. We're finally done with all of that. You should be receiving the last little bit of like $4,100 from that grant. Should be coming into the bank account in the next couple of weeks. So we're completely done with that. Now we're just waiting to see if we receive the 2021 grant. We should start hearing about the departments that receive that grant after Easter and every week after that. We did get new cribbing, which we showed at the Easter breakfast, new aluminum cribbing and ice rescue equipment purchased from a donation from Deerfield Ag and the Sirenettes. Speaking of the Sirenettes, the Easter breakfast was a huge success. We had an immense turnout. We had a lot of support, and we thank you very, very much for everybody that came out to attend that. It was so big that we're actually probably going to have it here next year because parking was a serious issue for us. We did not have enough parking, and it came pretty close to actually parking behind Mike's just to get people.
It might be nice to combine the Easter egg hunt and the breakfast as well.
I think it would be great to do those.
I think so too.
Yeah. So we'll look at that next year. We did recognize the previous Sirenettes, Diane Allison, who served for 44 years, Jean Nance, who served for 44 years, and Chuck's wife, Linda Little, who served for 49 years on the Sirenettes. We did give them plaques for that, and we also recognize the new Sirenettes that have come in to take over, who actually threw together the pancake breakfast. So it's that type of money that they bring in that buys us the extra equipment that we need. Like now we are fully set up with ice rescue equipment for next winter.
Very good. Very good.
And that's all I have.
You guys had great raffle baskets. It was a good time.
Incredible.
Just because you
Yeah,
won.
everybody,
I know I won one. It was wonderful.
everybody said what a great thing it was. So.
Yeah, they did a really nice job.
You guys did good.
We'll do one more thing. I don't think we have to approve that, but those are invoices from Chet's Water. Apparently the last 2 invoices weren't paid, so I promise.
Or anything under 5, but you mean still, if it's up into the hundreds, yeah, Chet's Water.
That's a continuing one anyway, right there.
Yeah,
So.
we never get those here in the office.
Yeah, she's going to correct that for her. I'm going to get an email to me when
Okay.
she drops water.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, Ed, what do you got on roads? and
Any questions for the
cemeteries?
fire department? All right, roads. Roads and buildings and grounds. Let's do roads first. We finally got our F-450 one-ton truck, or heavy-duty one-ton truck back with a new transmission. It was out 6-7 weeks to get that done. Seems to be great right now. The bill for that is $10,400.
We need to approve that.
Yep,
That went a little over budget.
it did.
We were at 9,200, I believe, is what it originally was, but I guess the TCM had to be replaced. I think they're saying that's what kicked out the old transmission, what killed it. I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know whether that's true or not, but
That's one of those deals, they had the transmission, had it in, they said, now we need this part to make the transmission work, and they didn't know it prior to, so.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll make a motion to pay that bill.
Not happy about it, but I will
Have to
second,
have it.
I will second the motion.
And I will say yes.
Look a different direction next time, probably.
Roll call vote, Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
and Mark.
Yes.
Okay, they're still working on getting quotes for a replacement dump truck. Lead time is 16 to 18 months is what they're telling us from when we order it to when we get it, unless something changes between then. So we'll continue doing that. It's going to be a very expensive proposition to get that. Window got broke out of the backhoe. The guy that came to install the window said it's because it's so old, had so much salt on it, the salt got around the seal and the glass and everything, and got down in there and caused the metal to expand and rust, and it twisted that to where it broke. And when he took it out, it was all rusty and everything. It's 25 years old probably, and so we did have to get that. It was, I mean, the total for the windshield was $370 to buy it and $155 to install it. So I will make a motion that we pay for those. We had to have it done. It was for 2 meetings, but we had to have that done.
I'll second that.
And yes.
No one got hurt.
Roll call, Tiffany,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes.
and Mark.
Yes.
Okay, continuing in the road department, the guys are, as soon as the weather's permitting and the materials available, they'll get out, start patching roads and everything. Our roads aren't too bad compared to driving around some other places. We do have some, they have some temporary patch that they're putting in, so they're gonna be working it out here in the very near future. Buildings and grounds. The park over there, they took all the old wooden benches out where the kids sat when they were playing ball and everything. They were rotted and everything. But sunk all new posts in the ground. We put aluminum tops off the old bleachers on there for the kids, so that's all done and complete. We needed to do that. That was no expense to that. We had the 4x4s in hand, and we had the top in hand, so it was just a matter of labor. So that saved us a lot right there. They've done a lot of cleanup over at the park over there. We got the rocks all stacked over there. Speaking of rocks, we have a huge collection of sandstone over there from bridges we've replaced. And if we're not going to use all that, we should put it up for bid and sell it. That's valuable sandstone. Landscapers will pay big money for that. We do need some at the cemetery. We do need some at the park over here, but there's still going to be a semi-truckload probably. So
Yeah.
what do you guys think about
I should put it up for bid.
getting done what we need to do with it, and whatever's left, we'll put it up for bid, and the highest bidder gets it.
I think we should call your larger ones in fire escape and some of your larger ones
Very, very nice pieces over there.
and let them know.
Yeah.
If we can call them, and I think there's, in fire escapes, there's another big one I just seen, landscape company.
Yeah, we'll have to advertise it, but we'll make sure the bigger ones know about it.
Yeah.
Zach Rant up here, he would like to bid on it when we put it up for bid, so we will have to advertise it, but anybody.
We can use the money for other things,
and
and
we-
we're
and we
not
can
using
u-
them,
We can
so
use the money.
they're just sitting there.
It's 2 great big pieces of pipe there, they probably weigh 7,000 pounds apiece, they're steel.
What
Cast
cemetery?
iron still laying back there?
The what?
Old cast iron water main still laying back there?
Yeah, but see, again, we thought about scrapping them and maybe put those up for bid, or actually see if anybody could use them. I mean,
If they pick it up, that's less labor for us to have to transport.
Yeah,
but again, who would you call? We'd have to figure out who would be interested in those.
No, it's cast, so it's not really that great for culvert, but
What cemeteries need the
private,
box?
private culvert.
You said one of the
It's
cemeteries
big.
needed the
One of those
sandstone
cast
box.
iron.
which cemetery we take to Hartsel, where we extended the cemetery last year, there's a driving right there, people backing in, or backing up onto the,
Gotcha.
there, so we're
Wanna
gonna,
use it
we're
as
gonna
a
build like a
road.
retaining wall around there so that they can't back up onto the grass itself.
Sounds
They're
good.
doing the same thing down there, they're doing it at our park over there, so we're gonna use that stem, so to build a retaining wall so they can't do that.
Well, let's see if we can make some phone calls on that pipe, and if not, let's send it out to,
Again, Zach Ranta said he'd be interested in bidding on the pipe if
Oh,
nobody wanted.
okay.
It'd be great in some farmer's field or
Oh, yeah.
something. It'd be absolutely perfect for some big ditch going through a field or something. It would be, just gotta have somebody with big enough equipment to pick them up and haul them. They are big and heavy.
What's-
And there's a lot of people.
Looks like
on
it's
it.
36.
I think we figured out the
48,
weight.
I think.
Gary did something with the weight circumference by thickness by something, he got really close with the weight. Find out what the scrap price is and start that bid out at that
Three
point.
ton apiece they weigh, he said. That's what
About a
they're-
ton apiece,
3 ton apiece.
3 ton apiece.
3 ton apiece, yeah, about 6,000 pounds apiece were.
So, find out what the scrap price is, and then just, anybody that's interested, say, okay, this is our scrap price.
There's nothing urgent we have to do right now, but we do need to get rid of this stuff. We're not gonna use this just sitting there taking.
Money that we
space,
can
so
use.
We can use the money other places. Speaking of money, Cemetery Association gave us $700 to purchase a new door for the chop up Deerfield. That door has been ordered. It's at least a 3-week lead time to get it done. It just got ordered this week,
Where
so.
do we get it from?
Carter Lumber.
Carter gave us the best bid and had a high quality door.
It has to be an outswing door and everything because it's a commercial building, and blah, 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 all that stuff. So they paid for it. That's really all I have in the buildings and grounds.
Okay, anybody have anything you want to discuss?
We got our plants ordered for the circle.
Yeah, the plants are ordered for the circle. They're actually planted right now. They're in a greenhouse up around Troy, Ohio. Whenever they bring them down to deliver to Randolph, they will be bringing and delivering ours also. We're estimating $200 a piece. They come in, buying the pot and have them planted $150 a piece. They're gonna be exactly the same as Atwater. The guys in the shop.
Atwater or Randolph?
Randolph, I said Atwater, Randolph. The guys in the shop made the heavy-duty brackets we needed for it. We got one from Randolph to get the pattern from it. These guys made 10 brackets down there. TJ donated the steel that went into them brackets. But he had a friend that powder coated it for us for free. So that's a nice start right there. Somewhere close to Memorial Day, we'll have them up at the circle.
Okay, you guys have anything else?
No.
Do we want to discuss maybe shutting the ball fields down this week,
So, yes.
until we get the fencing all done?
We have some fencing repairs going on now, which the repairs are actually making it unsafe to use the ball fields with the kids. With the grounds are very wet, the posts need to set. Kids pulling on them could cause those to not set properly. And with the fence being down at this time, it's not always safe if one of the kids get caught on the fence that's, partially repaired. So we were discussing possibly shutting that down just for the week.
We have a lot of rain this week, so
Might be a good time to get that done and nobody gets hurt in the process.
can you give Brett a call?
I will.
Our fence guy's over there working every day until he gets rained out. He should have it done by the end of this week, though. That's my main concern, somebody doesn't get hurt over there.
So what date do we want to actually restart? That way I can give him that
Well,
definitive
let's
date.
take a peek here.
Let's go back to
Well,
19.
can you get a hold
Next Tuesday.
of, buddy, can you get a hold of your guy and find out when he thinks he will be
He said he
completed?
should be done by the 19th.
By the 19th.
By the
That's
19th.
next Tuesday.
So maybe
So-
we start on the 20th.
That'd be fine, 20th.
Yeah, so we'll call SYBSA tonight.
All right, yeah, I think that's just a good move.
All
Like I
right,
said,
anything else?
Depending on the weather. So
Right.
That's what
And I mean, we have empty holes for posts and things kids could fall in.
they're filled in.
Well, I guess those are filled in.
Yeah, they
too.
filled them
Never
in too.
mind, but.
Okay, anybody else have anything? Yes,
On the door, did you guys end up getting one of those flags this morning?
no.
We looked into that and looked into that. It was an extreme increase in price, $350, $400 for that. So it was not in the budget. It will be a solid door, which eliminates any risk of people breaking in through the glass. I know we wanted more sunlight in there, but we had to compromise on that.
It was actually a $400, excess of $400 increase for a window in the door.
Okay.
All right.
I'm curious, I know you guys have talked about it.
The door's
And
coming.
do we still have the flower makers you're talking about? Do you still have one for, like, for donation
I have no
to?
idea what she's saying.
For the flowers for the center, we've had them all donated.
Oh, they're all done?
Yes.
All right, anybody else? I'm going to make a motion, we close the meeting and pay our bills.
I'll second.
And I'll vote yes.
Thanks, everybody, for
Thank
coming.
everybody for coming.
You need a
We'll take a
roll
roll
call on
call.
that one? Yes.
You can go ahead.
Email.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I have a copy of your fire report?
Are these here? Yes. We need copies of these. And of your what, or the report that you, do you want copies of these also?
Yes.
Yes.